Yo, it's your boy Don Gagioni, Lost Puppy Guy, and as promised, I did say, Shiver Me Timbers. This is a new 2025 horror movie. It's depicted as a comedy horror, but there's nothing really comedy. I think that the violence in this movie is grotesque and it's pretty weird, and it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. It starts off with a bunch of guys who are essentially hiking and going around causing trouble, trying to find their way to somewhere else, finding other people who are trying to find their way somewhere else as well. There's a sailor who comes out who, maybe his name is Popeye, maybe his name isn't. He goes onto a boat and he's smoking. There's a meteor outcry which is going on, which these meteors are flying the size of golf balls, goes into one of the pipes which you see before us, and he turns into a monstrous, disfigured, animalistic serial killer known as the Popeye, which is not really called the Popeye, but that's what it is. This is a public domain movie, which the rights to the movie have been released to the public domain, so a lot of independent directors are essentially using this film. I think that this movie has nothing to do with Popeye, the animated series that we love. It's everything to do with a cash cow to try to make as much money out of a public domain movie as possible. I thought that the movie made no sense. If you want to compare this to a movie, I'll probably say it tries to be like Halloween and it tries to be like The Evil Dead. There's a scene with a chainsaw, a ridiculous scene which is used at the end, a huge massive chainsaw thing which is used in order to try to dispatch of this thing. And there's also a toilet scene where a gentleman is sitting on a toilet and he's dispatched of in a very grotesque, horrific and distasteful way. This is not my type of movie, but there may be a lot of horror movie buffs out there that like this kind of thing. I think out of the public domain movies, this one is probably the weakest one that I have seen. I think that the horror was very distasteful. I thought that the gags were kind of out of tune, and I thought that there were some killings that were done that were very silly. I think that the CGI effects don't work. I think that the CGI effects is no different from like a PlayStation 2 cutscene, and that never at any given time was I ever threatened or did I feel any kind of fear whatsoever. The guy who is the Popeye is a big guy, but he's a bit big and stupid, and all he knows how to do is kill, and that's it. But that's the movie, and that's that. It's Shiver Me Timbers 2025 horror comedy, or just horror.